Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today I'm back with part 8 of my vinyl collection series, going over my entire collection, 10 random records at a time. And as usual here, I'm going to start off with a sip of my coffee. So I hope everybody's been doing well. Make sure to like and share, and if you have not yet subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And let's get into some records here. Starting off with a brand new one I just got in the mail. Record from this year I really enjoy. That's Jessie Ware's What's Your Pleasure. This is a really awesome pop record. Came out a couple months back. It's got like this 80s disco-y tinge to it. It's almost like, a little Madonna inspired too. And I have yet to spin this on the table yet, but look at the nice inner sleeve action we got going on here. Whew. Picture of Jessie looking all amazing there. Standard black vinyl. It's a little bit of a thicker pressing here. I want to say this is at least 150 grams. Doesn't feel 180, but, some amazing tracks on here. Some standouts from the year, like Adore You, What's Your Pleasure, Save a Kiss, Soul Control. I mean, there's just so many hits on this album. Really awesome. Moving right along here is another album that came out this year that I finally got in the mail. Was Fiona Apple's Fetch the Bolt Cutters. Pretty much everybody's heard this one by now, I'm sure. It's a really solid album from Fiona, I thought. Not my favorite in her discography, but really awesome. And I'm just noticing this now, but this came in, pretty damaged, at least the sleeve. But, what are you supposed to do about that? This one did come with a really nice booklet here. It's got all the lyrics in it, I believe. Yeah, lyrics, and we got some, production credits and stuff like that. So it's a nice little touch here. And this was a double LP. Now, I know this came out on a couple limited variants after the fact. I ordered this from Fiona's website when it first went up, so I just got a standard black pressing, which is totally fine with me. Really awesome labels there. Love that with the dogs on it. But yeah, solid record from a solid singer-songwriter overall. Next up here, I have my favorite compilation from the Smiths, Hatful of Hollow. Pretty iconic Smiths compilation here. Can't really go wrong with this. And I believe this is an original UK pressing. It does say distributed by the Cartel on there. That much I do know. It also has the original hype sticker, which is awesome. And it's a gatefold. Check out Moz and the boys in there. A little Johnny Marr, little Andy Rourke action, little Mike Joyce hanging out. Really like the packaging on Hatful of Hollow. I mean, it's pretty classic image. This did come with the original inner sleeve that has all the lyrics on it, which is amazing. The Smiths, one of my favorite bands from the 80s, of course. Here's the record. Really clean copy, too. I picked this up years ago. I don't know what they sell for now, but this is pretty much near mint shape. I mean, no complaints on this, and the labeling's amazing. Matches that cover perfectly. Next up here, I have Tobacco's Ultima 2 Massage. Really awesome record here from Tobacco, and Tom actually just announced a new record coming out soon, so the singles are pretty good. But yeah, this one is one of the more deranged Tobacco records, if that's even possible, because they're pretty much all deranged. But this one right here has got some crazy stuff going on. I mean, what is it? The Streaker, that music video, I think it was blocked from YouTube for a little while. It's definitely flagged 18 plus because it is one of the most creepy music videos I think I've ever seen in my life. And this is a really nice pressing here. It's a limited yellow vinyl, which looks amazing. I mean, all the labeling is just so spot on, so cool. And it does have this kind of cloudy, white marbling effect going on in there. It's probably hard to see on the camera. Let me see if this one will pick it up. I'm not really quite sure. But it's kind of like a piss yellow color. I mean, look at that labeling. It's so crazy. So yeah, looking forward to a new Tobacco album. Hopefully it's better than the last one. Next up here, I have the self-titled album from Widowspeak. Now, this is a little bit older. It came out in 2011 through Captured Tracks. I absolutely love this album. Can't really say as much for the rest of the band's discography, which is weird, but this album right here is amazing. It has such a warm and just inviting sound to it. I love the singer's voice. I mean, she has possibly the sexiest voice, or at least one of the sexiest voices ever. Came with this nice little inner sleeve right here. And yeah, I mean, this is just a record and a band that you don't really hear too many people talk about. I don't know. This is really the only one to listen to, though, in my opinion. Just a black vinyl here. But yeah, I mean, every single track on this record is solid, front to back. It really has this kind of like bend and snap like vibe to it. Like, I really don't know. It's really good though. Next up, I got a pretty boundary pushing album from the band Suicide, and this is a self-titled Suicide record here, the classic one from Mr. Alan Vega and Martin Rev. And yeah, this is an unbelievable album here. Pretty boundary pushing for electronic music, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, this one here, I mean, there's not really much more to say about it that hasn't already been said, but, you know, if you're interested in electronic music with a, you know, experimental edge, this is pretty much like some of the best you can get, in my opinion. And I picked this one up here. What's the record label? Red Star Recordings. This is a reissue, but it's a limited one on red, translucent red. And it looks awesome. I mean, it sounds awesome, too. I mean, Ghost Rider, Frankie Teardrop, I mean, they all sound really, really good. Beautiful, beautiful pressing over here. But if you have not listened to this Suicide record, highly, 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 highly suggest it. One of the best albums to come out in the 70s, I think. Next up here is an album that actually just passed its 30th anniversary, and it's from my favorite band of all time, the Pixies, Bossanova. Yeah, this is a classic rock record here from the Pixies, which pretty much all their albums are classics in my book. But yeah, this is the MoFi press, and it is foil stamped. I have number 1908. I don't remember how many of these there were. I want to say there was like 5,000. I don't know. If you know, leave a comment down below. This is also a gatefold here. Check it out. Pretty awesome. You know, this is like the Pixies, like UFO, spacey, rock odyssey here. Amazing record. Pretty underappreciated, I feel like, overall. I mean, I love it. I mean, I love every Pixies record, though, so it's kind of, like, unfair. But, you know, there's some classic tracks on here. Dig for Fire, you know, Blown Away. I mean, there's so many good ones. And the best part about these, like, mobile fidelity presses, if you hadn't heard about them, you know, they're always 180 gram, and they are, like, extra, extra high-quality sound. I mean, just about the highest quality sound you can get. So that's why, obviously, I had to pick this one up here. And yeah, I don't know if it's as available as it used to be. I bought this years ago, but yeah, I mean, this is the Bossanova pressing to get if you don't pick up maybe that like 30th anniversary that just went up, which looks really, really cool. So moving right along here, we're going to stick with the Pixies, and it's another mobile fidelity press, MoFi press, of Trompe Monde. Pretty much the last great Pixies record, in my opinion. Still a really good one here. Again, foil stamped. If you can see that, this one's limited too. Does have a pretty cool gatefold. Once again, but yeah, this is probably like maybe the most underappreciated Pixies record. I don't know. I mean, there's some classics on here though. I mean, you have UMass, Planet of Sound, you know, Subculture. I mean, Alec Eiffel. I mean, there's a ton of great Pixies tracks on here to be had. You know, there's also, like, I had this discussion once about distance equals rate times time, and I really think that, like, there's some untapped potential there in that sound of that track for, like, a punk band or, like, a pop rock band to, like, revitalize it. And here we go again. The classic Pixies logo there. Really awesome with that font. Another 180 gram, highest quality sound pressing that you can get. Yeah. And moving right along here, I have Doolittle, another MoFi pressing. Might be my choice for my Desert Island album if I was ever stranded. I mean, this covers all the base, like, sounds of the Pixies just about. I mean, it's unbelievably solid. Another foil stamp that I think is 5,000. And we got another gatefold here. You know, they gave all these Pixies albums the deluxe treatment over at Mobile Fidelity. And yeah, this is like a classic rock album. It's a 10 out of 10 in my book. And, you know, I mean, if you had not heard this record, I mean, you are living under a rock. I mean, what the hell's wrong with you? But yeah, another 180 gram black pressing there. Everything pretty nicely presented. And, you know, it's classic Pixies once again over here. And rounding out this batch of records here, I wouldn't show you all of the 3 Pixies studio records without showing you Surfer Rosa. My favorite Pixies album. Yes, I know I said that Doolittle be my Desert Island record, but I think this is my favorite Pixies record. This has got all the special stuff on it. Here's the back. Now, this one I think is limited as well, but there's no number there. This one's unnumbered, so I didn't get a foil press stamp on this one, but I think this one's harder to track down than the other ones for the MoFi presses. Check out the gatefold here. I love the golden coloring and the artwork. Really, really awesome. Oh yeah, Topless Girl on the cover. Probably shouldn't have shown that one, but, you know, sorry for the kids out there. But yeah, I mean, this has all the best Pixies tracks on it. You know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and talk about this record, how amazing it is. I'd be here for 2 hours. But, you know, here we go. Another black pressing right there. And yeah, I mean, the Pixies, man. I mean, you got to listen to the Pixies. I think they're the best band of all time. So yeah, that's going to round out this batch of vinyl for my entire collection update series. I will be back hopefully sooner than 2 weeks with another one, going through the records again. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, got some good suggestions. Make sure to like and share. And if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.